Okay, now we're going to continue by adding in an image file to our wireframe. So I'm going to open the image file that I have, that I've saved onto my desktop, and I've just saved it there. So I'm going to pull that up, and it's going to ask me if I want to convert it. I just say okay. So here's my image file, and you'll notice that my original wireframe is in this tab here, and my other image that I've opened, so I've got two files open in Photoshop. This is the JPEG that I've opened. So I want to bring this into it. So the easiest way I do is I just pull this off of the line there so it's separate. So I can see that I have this layer, which is my image file, and I just click on it, drag it onto the desktop for the image file here. So you see now it looks kind of weird, like what happened? But I do have this layer here, which is, I'm going to name it as my coffee image, because I always want to name my layers. But I need to figure out what, it looks really blown up. So I'm going to use the transform tool, which is Control T, or another way to get at it is probably, I don't know, it's Control T. So the edges are really far away, so I'm going to zoom out, which is Control minus, and you see that's where my image is. That's how big it is compared to my wireframe. So all I'm going to do is reduce this image, and if I want to keep the same aspect ratio, I'm going to hit Shift while I drag this box smaller, and then I'm going to move it. I'm in my move tool basically. So because if I don't do it, then it's not going to keep the same aspect. So Shift and scrunch it down, and then I'm going to move the image to where I want it. So now I can zoom back in because now it's too small. So it's Control plus to get the image bigger. So that's where I am. So I still want to zoom it down. It's still too big for me. Zoom down and then move it into place. Might still a little bit smaller. So I think maybe a little bit bigger. So that's where I want my coffee image, and it's here. So enter to activate that, and it's there. But I don't want a square, I wanted a circle. So it's another tool. I'm going to use here the marquee tool, but I'm going to use the elliptical marquee, and I'm bringing all these four up by holding the Control key down. So I'm going to select the elliptical tool, and I'm going to go and just click in the corner and make a circle like that. So I'm selecting the area that I want to show through. There it is. But now I need to cut out the area because it's just a marquee. So there's this tool down here at the very bottom, and it's a mask. So if I click it, you'll see what happens. I click it, and what happens is it makes everything else hide in this black area here, hides everything and only allows this part of the image to show through, which is the circle. So which is there. I'm going to go to my move tool, and I'm going to move this just ever so slightly, so there, and enter. And there's my image cut out in my circle. This is a bit more advanced Photoshop because we're using masks here, and but as far as importing images, that's the way to go. You might have to import images and cut them out of their background if you want. That's another technique which I won't go into detail here, but it has to do with masks and as well. And so that's that.